Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing either Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. Last time we had the biggest reveal ever. Check this out. So, it turns out that we've not been viewing the timeline properly. Let me just very quickly deal with this guy. Oh, what's the hottest animal? It is, of course, a yellow-spotted turtle. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's right. Okay. Sorry about that. So, it turns out that our timeline of events that we've been playing are not correct. It's actually like this. So, when Kameji, so how it seems is that we've been going between 6 years ago and current day. So, in actuality, so if I switch the flowchart to how it looked before, it looked like Kameji's body was found, and then again the next morning. Here, it's sorry, let me try again. So 6 years ago, Kameji's body was found, and then current day, his other half of his body was found. Same with Tokiko. 6 years ago, body was found. In the morning, body was found. But in actuality, this is what we've been doing. So, without us realizing, like Chikara's body, for example, was discovered, and then it was discovered the other half of the body was discovered the next morning. The same with Kameji. Was Kameji here? His body was discovered, and the next morning it was actually discovered, and this timeline was actually in the past, it wasn't in the future. Same here with Tokiko as well. So, that accounts for a load of bodies, but we don't know who killed Uru, who is actually Terra, who was the person that Chikara was harvesting organs from to keep Jin alive. And we don't know who killed Tokiko, I think it said. But it seems like Tokiko was killed in the past, so I don't know what the logic is there. Oh no! Tokiko was killed. Tokiko was killed in the present. Okay, that makes sense. So here we can see Tokiko was killed actually in the present day. Makes things really interesting. I don't know where this game is going to take us. We're now talking to the other part of the story. The masked girl has her mask removed, and it turns out that I'm a clone of this other woman, which means that maybe when we were looking at it 6 years ago, and we thought that it was current day, it was actually this woman that was playing Mizuki. Does that make any sense? Anyway, let's carry on. About February 6 years ago, why were you hiding your identity? I was raised at Aowen too. Let's ask that first. My older sister. Technically she's the original that I was based off of, but I don't want to think about it like that. She's more of my big sister by proxy. I was raised at Aowen.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby, but the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar. So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
Okay. Interesting. What happened after I arrived at AON?
They took me to Horodori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horodori Institute ended when I was 9 and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right? You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition. Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman. So when you were 9, you were adopted by the Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna. I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
So what about after that? When did you join Iba? No, what
Something
they called.
about an eccentric woman?
I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I was
Boss?
adopted by her. Do you mean Shizue?
Yes.
Boss. Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now.
Mizuki Kuranushi.
You think that sounds kinda lame, huh? No, it's not that.
Why did Boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy. So she wanted to make you work for her. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18,
There we
I was
go.
hired as a top secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi.
Don't know what that means.
Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki? Why? I wonder.
Why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. And one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband.
Well, that didn't go to plan, did it?
Get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least. I see. Well, why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point. Maybe that's true.
My big sister by proxy. About February 6 years
Like
ago.
I told you, I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
About February 6 years ago. Asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th. World is a game and I want... Yeah, that's right. So the terrorist challenge, that was all... We thought it was going to be Mizuki, because we were playing as Mizuki, but it was actually this Mizuki. And it makes sense that whenever the Mizuki we know was there, she was disguised with the mask. Post on Randig. The 14th.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago. But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why?
He's dead.
I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts. We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
Good.
But you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name? I don't know.
To confuse the audience.
I don't really care about the name. But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute?
And also if you were playing a game based on our lives.
I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit.
Weird. I wouldn't like to be called Mouse if someone else was called Rabbit.
And you remember what they called us
Rabbit's a
at
cooler
Iron,
name.
right? You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki. Yeah. Is that what I called you? No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me Bibi.
Aw.
Bibi? Yeah. Bibi, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this. Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case.
Oh, well, I better be hitting that dusty trail.
I want to show you something. Huh? What is it? Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, Bibi.
Let's go, BB. Oh, I'm Bibi. Collect all persons' files. Hello, Date. Dead body.
Ah! What the fuck?
Fuck!
This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears. Jeez, just relax. I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this?
Isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here?
Why doesn't Mizuki know Date's name?
And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
I'm sorry, Mizuki. I am for real. Yeah, this is quite a lot to take in.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him. Then he got captured by Terror but managed to escape.
Yes.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
That's right.
This is insane. Okay. My voice reaches Date's brain right now. That's because there is a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. I'll just call her Bibi. Yeah, that's what I do. Hello, Date. Let me just say one thing.
What? Do you have more insults to hurl at me for missing 6 years of your life?
No, it's not that. Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown so much, or something emotional like that. No, not that either.
Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back for 4 days dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time, so I don't really have anything sappy to say.
I told you it's not that!
I'm home. Welcome back. Is that what you wanted to hear?
All right, okay. Mizuki, I'm home.
Welcome back, Date.
Aw.
But that's not what I wanted to say. I threw away all your porno.
Oh no, what the fuck? Why were you pretending to be Genny?
I know that Horadori Institute and Nyes are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So, by borrowing his mask, I could snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horadori Institute.
But why do you still look like that here?
Horadori Institute and Nyes people come here all the time. Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them.
Why did you reveal your identity now?
I'm gonna be honest, this has gotten way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. We need to work together to stop their plan.
Their plan?
Yeah, their Nirvana initiative. So first, I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi.
Date and I met 6 years ago. He knew how to get a hold of me.
I shared everything I had, then told her to find you, Mizuki.
To help stop them?
Basically.
Okay. Who's the corpse in the freezer?
Let's talk about it later. Trust me, if I explain it now, it'll only confuse you.
Okay. The stupid, perverted, porno collecting old man. Also my adopted father. Ugh. Should we talk to these guys first? Hello, Leon. Why are you here?
There's a reason I'm here with Kizzy. I got a call from my old pal Date.
I asked him to unlock something for me.
Are you talking about the freezer?
No, I got that open on the 13th.
It was a different lock this time.
Anyway, that is when we met with Date and the woman he was with.
The woman? I was there too.
About Bibi.
I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff. Back then, I used to call her Quartz.
Hey, don't just blurt that out!
Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can be read as Mizuki.
Crystals are the solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral, most often recognized as quartz.
Wait, so you were in a thieves guild, BB? The snow isn't letting up. Don't change the subject.
What time is it?
Why do you ask?
No reason.
It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close.
Leon. Hello, Kizuna. I heard you went missing.
I am a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leon and I plan to elope.
What?
May I ask why?
Kizzy's father won't accept me.
He threatened to send Leon to prison if he continued to see me.
And that's when I suggested that we run off together.
And I agreed.
So you two...
Yeah, they're both on the run for love.
But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet.
Right. We need some more time to think about it.
About Bibi. Did you tell Richie? You okay? Are you cold? Okay.
It is snowing outside,
It is, yeah. So you okay?
but do not worry about us.
Okay.
My heart is burning strong.
That's good. I'm not sure if that's how it works. It's Kizzy. Did you tell Richie?
I told him that I am safe and sound.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you weren't kidnapped.
I am so sorry that I worried you.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all this, you guys.
About Bibi.
I suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years. But I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis.
So confusing.
Big sis was my big sis's big sis.
Anyway, Mizuki Date, I will call you Little Big Sis from now on. Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Big Sis.
Yeah, that'll be easier.
Still, just as confusing.
What are you saying? Mizuki is Bibi's clone. Date already knows this, Bibi told him. But Kizuna and Leon don't know this yet. They think they're just sisters. Okay. And here we go. The big one. Where's the real Genny? When did you find out about the corpse in the freezer? Bibi. Bibi.
BB. What? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to call you by that name.
Where's the real Genny?
I don't know. Not here.
It's fine, I know where he is. Don't you have an idea too?
Do I?
ask again. What's the deal with the corpse? Why is it in the freezer?
It's better that you see for yourself.
Let me just show you.
Another corpse?
No, not one more.
Not one at all.
It's half.
Another half corpse. Is this in the nice building? Yes. Understand now, Masuki?
So, you finished reading the file?
Yeah. Now do you understand?
Oh, the nice symbol and everything. Oh my god. They were showing us signs everywhere.
Now you know whose left half is in the freezer. Jin Furue. That's what he really looks like.
Just we're going over this for the people that are still reeling from the first reveal.
And this body?
Me included.
Uru Somizuki. Terror. He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and Andy's Komeiji.
Oh, sorry guys, I just gotta look at my thing. I'm party people. My fault for saying it, but I don't think they say party people anymore. Okay, cool, let's go. Virtual platform, it's destroyed. Uru's right half. Oh, hang on. About Jin Furue.
I don't need to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furue, the child of Tokiko and Chikara.
He was born with a rare and complicated disease. It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body.
Jin might have had it worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru. Remember what it said in Uru's diary? He said he wanted to apologize. I think he is referring to Jin. So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will? I'm not positive, but that's just the feeling I get.
Makes things even worse, doesn't it? Leon and Kizuna are okay. Leon and Kizuna aren't here right now. We split up Brahman.
Going far away, are
We split up Brahman.
They should be fine. They said they were going to think hard about where to go.
Baron pervert. You changed? It just keeps on saying that.
That outfit was so hard to move in.
I mean, it looked impossible.
With the wireframe and all the stuffing.
Hello, baby. About Uru Sumizuki.
I can't really say anything more than what's in the file. Uru Somizuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Iowan when he was 6.
It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furue's donor.
So for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too.
The skin he lost was replaced by an artificial skin made of carbon chitin. Half his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well.
Right. And it was only half because Jin had a percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face.
It's a bit convenient that it was exactly in half, though.
A holy symbol for the order of percent. It was considered sacred.
And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip that skin off.
Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched.
And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half.
6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half.
So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half.
So, could it have been Tokiko that killed Uru? Because she thought that Uru killed Jin? Was it Uru that killed Jin? I guess it was. Because he was enacting the Nirvana Institute. Is that what it's called? Nirvana Institute? Initiative. Nirvana Initiative?
Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another.
So when the police were identifying Uru's body, they got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs.
And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match.
So that's why...
That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person.
What happened up until now? What happened up till now? When did you get here? What happened up until now?
I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him.
And I looked like Gen, so it didn't raise any concerns.
He told me a lot.
About his body and his older sister. And about the hidden safe.
That's what we came here for. Wait, Shoma has an older sister?
Yeah.
You know her well.
Kizuna and Iris's friend.
A mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
A mame doi.
That's right.
Really?
Okay. More? When did you get here? Bibi.
Only a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right. The lock to the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about their plans to run away together.
Then the four of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kizuna down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform.
Okay, all caught up? How did you find out?
I used Marco's X-ray function. Marco?
Polo.
My AI ball in my left eye.
Oh, cool, you've got one.
He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much. Unlike someone else I know.
Excuse me? Are you talking about me?
Mm-hmm. I know Iba really well.
Oops. We were partners 6 years ago, is that what that said? Yeah.
When I was hired at Abyss, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye. But he wasn't finished yet. So instead, I got Iba. But Iba and Date. Yeah, Iba and Date were kind of fighting at the time. And I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all, so...
I see. I apologize. I do not remember anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes.
It's kinda sad. I made so many memories with you, Iba.
Hang on.
I've been wondering. 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half? That was for the Nirvana initiative, right? Yeah, but what does that have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the Nirvana initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead. Right, the mastermind is dead.
So in the explosion 6 years ago, it wasn't... Let me look at this again. So in the explosion 6 years ago, summary. Right. Ryuki arrives with Date, Mizuki, Leon, and Gen. They see Kizuna tied up. They defeat the groups of Nice members. They attack them and reach Kizuna. Ninja Mizuki and Kizuna are carried out, but again, Date and Ryuki are stuck in the rubble. Date gives Ryuki his broken Iba and disappears under the So is it supposed to be that Mizuki had Iba at this point? I don't know. Interesting. Right, the mastermind is dead.
But you saw it. On the night of the 13th, on the rooftop of Misatan. That was terror. It was definitely Uru's voice, but Uru should have been dead.
Perhaps his voice was recorded.
Either way, the rehearsal happened even after Terror died. Which means...
the main event will likely still happen as well.
Yeah, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
But I still don't understand the full scope of the Nirvana initiative.
Yeah, me too.
When? Where? How? We are completely in the dark.
Why don't you ask the culprit?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru, what's up with your plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are other culprits. Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko.
You believe they might know something about the Nirvana initiative?
I don't know for sure, but they at least might have some clues.
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we're gonna need some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
There's nothing over here.
You would think that, right? But check this out. Open sesame!
Good one, Date.
Marco, please.
Okay.
What is this?
As you can see, it's a hidden passage.
But why is it here?
Let's get moving.
Don't answer my question then. That's fine. There's two. That makes sense.
What does this mean?
It means exactly what you see.
There are two cathedrals? That's right.
That's a bit of a wasted effort. Why make two?
Mizuki, look.
Oh, it's Ryuki.
I'm here too.
Hello, Tama.
Tama.
How is Ryuki doing?
Terrible. It was a bad idea to show him this place. He's been like this for hours.
Alright. Hello, Ryuki. It's Ryuki. Why are you here?
Date called me.
Yeah. I told him to head over to the other cathedral.
Does that mean he saw Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file?
He did. Yep. And then he came here through the hidden passage.
About Kizuna?
I heard. So she eloped, huh? It had nothing to do with the video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination.
Are you okay? Ryuki? You doing okay, buddy?
He appears to at least be breathing.
Might not be if there was rope and a branch in here.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets.
That's right.
And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy.
Good job, BB.
He had his reasons.
What about the self-destruct program in Tama?
I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that function was deleted. That's when Ryuki opened up about what happened.
Why didn't you share this earlier?
I couldn't. Ryuki betrayed Abyss. He did something you can't come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out.
So you protected him.
It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki.
But Ryuki himself could have informed us sooner.
Ryuki's not the murderer, is he?
You should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terror's demands.
He wanted to protect his loved ones.
Wouldn't you do the same?
No. What? What do I do now? Pillar. A thick pillar. It's Ryuki. About Ryuki.
Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs. 6 years ago, It made my heart condition worse.
Crazy.
It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I have to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard you recently joined Abyss, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium,
I tried to shoot you.
I got there before you and found the corpse. At the time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half. But I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago. I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. I couldn't let you get caught up in this case. I had to stop you. That's why...
I mean, what? Trying to kill you.
I see. You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from
Right,
finding the
you weren't trying to...
corpse.
You were just trying to scare her. Just a couple of warning shots that were awfully close. She seems a little pissed. She's a little pissed. What was that there? Sand. Sand coming down from the ceiling. Oh. Hello, Date. So I was just looking at your legs. Stupid, shameless man. 2 cathedrals.
Marco, can you send Iba the data?
Got it. Opening it. It is a cross-section of the 2 cathedrals.
Okay.
You get it now? There's one on the east and one on the west.
Terror blew up the west one. This one, right here.
Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terror, what he called his execution chamber.
On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file.
Sorry, I can't quite see your face there, Date. There you are. There he is. Hello.
And that mysterious box.
The one connected to the Nice building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office.
Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in all your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case.
Alright, we're going to find out if Ryuki is going to solve this case next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, and I will see you next time. Have a good evening, take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.